In the last episode, we finally figured out two possible ways to take care of the Terramorph. One being where we pick one that's more Terramorph eater on these folks and wreak havoc. You know, of course, we have to breed them, so it's gonna take a little bit. But this has been shown to keep the Terramorphs under control back in the colony, but they were also used against humans themselves. So other people, including myself, are a little bit on the back end about, you know, what this happens again, you may ask. Oh, they have another way of doing this as well. Part is releasing microbes that can attack at the cellular level. So basically anybody that has even an ounce of more DNA in them will be eradicated. Problem with that is that it tends to not be able to tell the difference between the two 100% of the time. So, you know, there's that fail state. So we're gonna basically, either way, we're going to Londinian to basically figure on whether or not we want to do A or B. Now, of course, before we go to Londinian, what I want to do is get rid of it. I'll probably just do it on. Have any space on the ship? I have space on the ship, so yeah, I'll do it. Yep, that'll work.
Zaku again. You're advised to leave this orbit immediately. The United Colonies will not be held responsible for any harm you suffer by proceeding.
Did they not tell you I'm here on a mission?
Let me check my logs. Alright, you can proceed. We'll let them know you're on your way down.
Thank you. Let me do my damn job. And I'm supposed to land at this base right here. Now, yeah, I was here on London. Right. 7 and got out. So that would have been this time I think Brett like that.
Inside the barriers, double time! You would see the command post at the far end of the compound inside the old terror group.
Hey, oh. Let's put the shield. Ew, that pistol is ugly. But I will take the Ultra Mag. I don't really need Equinox Epic Blazer. How you doing? Hello, man. I mean, I'll take the laser rifle. Everything else I really don't care. That's just me. So come in.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Deflection. Lovely. Nervous then? I certainly wouldn't blame you. Well, perhaps I'll just get my answer from them instead.
Commander Hatum,
No need for introductions, Major Sinon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you. Can I also presume he's with you?
Oh,
Yeah.
the captain? Yes, ma'am. Couldn't do this without him.
Then let's not waste any more time. Now, Londinium is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other?
But I never expect backup anyway.
Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
Alright. Let's get this over with fast.
No argument here. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
Alright, so what's the key? I feel like that oh, in here. Ah. Alright.
Yes.
So oh. What do you armor plate? That
Okay. Hello.
10% chance to reduce damage by 50 when standing. Night nearby ally? Let's take that thing. Oh, and all these 11mm cases? Of course you wouldn't. Simeon, why are you sitting down?
Can't chat right now.
Shotgun, you have a pacifier back. Let me, idiot.
Yes. What?
And calibrated tombstone with taking one of those cases. That tombstone.
Give him one for me, alright?
Let's take the med pack. Let's take the trauma pack. Look at the dumbbell.
Hello.
Let's talk to you.
You match our description. The Vanguard captain? Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
A micro gun?
Word of advice while you're out there. Don't trust what the voices tell you.
This. Oh. Something's telling me. So far, I have radioactive, modified, I got the incendiary. Ooh, this one actually. It actually looks the part too, so I don't know. I feel like I might actually like this one. And it randomly deals incendiary damage. So rifle pistol, and this is the micro gun against alien. I mean, I'm not gonna use it. Although I wish it was a better micro gun than that. Minus 15%, and of course I want to go full UC for obvious reasons. So I'm gonna miss it. This is liquid cool, 20% accuracy while firing on the move. Now, of course, I'm not gonna be a d-bag. I'm not giving my operative right here.
Do you need something?
Yeah.
I'll take that for you.
Because I'm gonna have you actually wear my old base gear. This is not up for debate either.
Let me have it, Cap.
Base suit, so you will wear that. You will wear that. And you will wear that. Alone, as for weapons. Have you used it, right? Old Earth assault rifle. What should I could have him use the lawgiver, but I mean he is supposed to be proficient at sniping. I don't know how. You know what?
Oh, man.
I mean, he will have infinite bullets. That's what's throwing me. Okay. I think I've decided. I'm gonna give him the micro gun with the 7.77. Yeah, I think. Ammo. All of those. And yeah. What?
Be safe out there.
Yep. Are you the fuck? Are you telling me I'm
Got some new orders
going
for
by
me?
myself?
See you later.
I guess I am going by myself. Okay, stupid move.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
Duly noted, Commander.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this? Then let's get this show on the road. Geyser?
Ma'am,
Percival, everything green on your ends?
are you
Ready.
this?
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and clear.
Perhaps too loud.
Oh, you're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate.
Alright, I was getting scared for a minute. I was like, okay, I just gave this man essentially a mini gun. It's okay.
Alright. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. Vasilis. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
I think
Event registered.
Shit. These things, they're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the more patrols.
Already got you in my sight.
Organic resources like this are more useful than people give them credit for.
Beginning the scan.
yeah, at this point I'm not worried about not being caught on. But when I hit the broadside of a barn,
Couple that one up. No sign of a more so.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Guys, close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes. They're
that's
faint,
that.
but I'm detecting
I think
multiple
we
valid
can
signatures. I have
that's
restored
how-
power to the containers.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
I'll get there in a second. That. You can never have. Robots. I'll take. That or that. I don't think it's a good idea to use that one, especially if I might need it. Could do bada bing bada boom. So many decisions. We'll do this. Do this. Okay, mind. Let's try this. Because I'm not about to use that many freaking pets just to get out. Yeah. That. Got to assume that I was worried about. Wait. I'll keep it. Fashion, urban, feels double. I'm so sorry for taking my sweet time looking at all these different weapons, but yeah, maybe don't put stuff here that like that, and that won't be it. Just ask.
Morphs! Open fire!
Where? Oh! Where are you? Oh, I have to hide from you. Yes, I.
Over here. Please. You have to help me.
Where was you at, my guy? Okay, let's. I know I probably should have one of these. There's a reason. It's not recon. Didn't put it back in my. I did, didn't I? I did. I know I did. Yes. trying not to use this, but I well,
All Asile's samples collected.
All right. Now hand those over to Kaiser,
That
and let's get out of here.
Samples secure.
Nice work. Now, earlier scan picked up a valid Terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
I am not sure.
Call BS.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
You got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Alright, let's get to the steam.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. A real marvel. All these leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
It will take more than that.
Right now, at this point, I'll take it. 29. I don't have anything. Oh, I'm tripping. I have to actually let myself chill out.
What's that? My God, look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only... What's happening? Captain, are you seeing this?
Oh, that's just...
Oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs. You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets. That I don't have an answer for right now. But if they share a genome, like most nymphs and adults do, the microbe should have no problem dealing with heat leeches and terramorphs. The Asylees we'll have to look into. But given what we know about the creatures, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked to find that they've got an appetite for both.
Yeah, but what the hell is a heat leech?
What are heat leeches? They're one of the most successful pests in the known universe. Tough as titanium, they sneak onto planets by hiding in ship engines, build nests on anything that puts out warmth, animate or otherwise, and make more leeches. But I guess what they're actually doing with all that energy they've been siphoning is fueling one hell of a transformation. Which explains how something as big as a terramorph has been spreading between worlds with no one noticing. Until now.
Nice. But that can't be how all of
Lazarus plants can't grow anywhere but here, let alone blossom. People have tried. Plus, if what we just witnessed was happening anywhere else, well, it wouldn't just be Londinian lost to these things. What we just saw, it must be some kind of alternate growth method. One that winnows 70 years of maturation into seconds. It's incredible.
There's nothing incredible about that. That's creepy. Yeah, that's creepy. I don't know how to feel about that.
I am sincerely inclined to agree, but current evidence suggests nature manages it just fine. The Lazarus plant. It's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, could someone have set that up?
You're just now figuring this out.
But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna know if you don't catch that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Yeah, you know, this is the old terrible. That's and now we get to go into Londinian. I would love to see what Londinian looked like before all this nonsense happened.
Safety's off.
Just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here?
That somebody is out here BSing us.
Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant in action and used it to trigger the attacks. Makes some sense. Actually, Tau Ceti was likely their first test, someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. In
ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion.
You sound like a complete crackpot right now. Yo, that is wild. But you did say the plan kicked, bro.
At least, I didn't think it could. But maybe if we're right about this, someone found a way. They certainly were. But having this answer, well, it raises a couple big questions. Who could pull something like this off? And why?
Someone inside the UC? I wanna blame House Barun. I really do. I honestly don't
Makes
know.
two of us. A lot of possibilities, but no clear answer.
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way. I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
Reactivated. Error. Control system reboot required.
And we do that. Ah, Captain. I think I see it.
Reboot engaged. Running diagnostic. Diagnostic complete. Multiple systems unavailable. Warning. Priority safety concern detected. Exterior hatch power restored.
Back in business.
Warning. Emergency recorder message detected. Transcription process engaged. Playback initiated.
Admiral Senon, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral! It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport.
The one that gave me my citizens.
They'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk. destroyed this place. Killed these people to keep what he knew about the Lazarus plant and the Terramorphs and all this a secret. Didn't he? You heard that recording. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people to keep them from sharing what they might have seen. Condemned this whole city to death. He decided to sentence his own soldiers to death. What kind of commander is that?
I mean, it's out of that it gets surrounded by a bunch
used
of
to
terrible.
trigger the attacks. Could Victus have been involved in the massacre on New Atlantis?
Yeah, that kind of guy with this. It's an idea worth discussing further when we're not surrounded by
Good point. Deal with one monster at a time. Let's go get that final sample.
that kind of bothers me.
Kaiser, try it now.
Guys, your sample, it moved. I'd be real careful out there if I were you.
That doesn't sound good. Eyes peeled.
Let's before we head over there, 'cause I'm pretty sure something's gonna fall out. Yep, so
What the hell? Is that the sample? My God, concentrate fire! Shoot! Shoot! There's another one! They're everywhere! That sound! What is that?
That thing is putting out some kind of signal. Radar's lighting up.
They're going to betray you. Every last one.
I'll take care of
The
it.
signal that thing's putting out to call in those creatures, I think I can nullify it. But I'm gonna need some help.
You can't beat it. It's too strong. Give up now.
There should be some radar equipment powered up now around the
There's one right there! Kill it!
Let me go ahead, please.
You've lost. You're never gonna win. They always win.
Which one is going to kill you?
connection received.
Look, it's working! Just stash that sample with Kaiser and we're done.
Final sample secure.
All wrapped up. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
Alright, let's return to the base.
Look at all of you. Back from the underworld. Got pretty frantic on the comms towards the end there. But it sounded like this was a success. Got everything we need to put this plan in motion.
Is the plan gonna still work now that we have to clean up? And camera.
Can't be positive until we run some tests. But knowing that the Terramorphs have been masquerading as heat leeches all this time is a big find. Arguably makes things more feasible, now that we know what we're dealing with, not less.
Agreed. Plus, I don't think you're gonna have to push real hard to get folks on board with cleaning up one of the galaxy's greatest pests if this is what they're capable of.
But none of that's
that
getting
is
done without
bad.
the samples. You do have them, right?
Oh, I do.
This place for them. Now, my connection might have gotten a bit fuzzy there, but do I have it right that Vay Victus knew about this damn plant?
That's what it sounded like.
Guess the old Admiral must have told someone what he learned. Even he's not clever enough to pull off an attack like that from the great beyond.
It's a bit more complicated than that. Captain, he needs to know. Vay Victus is alive, which means he could have been involved in the attacks.
Alive? He's... Vay Victus? That can't be true, right?
Unfortunately for us all, yes.
I'm starting
it's
to
true.
regret telling her about
So
it.
that means we have a suspect.
I believe that's exactly what that means. Look, Captain, Percival and I, we need to get these samples back to the lab. Ensure we'll be able to handle cleaning up the leeches as well as the Terramorphs. But Vay Victus is the only solid lead we've got on the attacks. Since you're the only one who knows where he is, can you speak to him? See if you can get him to cough up anything he might know.
Yeah.
Good. We'll all meet back at Mast, outside the cabinet chambers. They're gonna want to know everything we've uncovered here. Best of luck, Captain. And thank you for dealing with him.
I need. So I'll see all that. Alright. Let's go. But it would make sense. She hid this ball. Nobody else knows that this dude is here but me. Oh, that's it, you know.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yo, we found more.
I haven't been to Londinian in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for? Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs, no?
Alright, let's cut the crap. We found a recording of you discussing the use of Terramorphs as a weapon.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau City, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon.
It wouldn't happen to be the daughter that I'm working with, right?
Being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. All in due time. First, I want to see if you...
To work on something that long, I would think you would show the UC what a deadly weapon.
Not a bad thought. But no. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found, but we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential.
So... yeah, I would think you killed them for nothing because you said it took years.
Simple to say now, but with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. So I did what was required. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution, I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter, she becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to an end by another unlikely hero. You.
The murdered UC citizen because of some slight against I want to know how the heck you managed to coordinate all that from your neck.
It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being loathed is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind eye to my advantage. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlays via the UC recovery teams was painstaking work. I've led campaigns less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with instructions invisible to any but their recipient, dropped off at just the right moments to fall into the proper hands. All without the UC realizing whom they were actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, ultimately effective.
And why the hell?
Why would I want to be in the good graces of the people who control my very life? I don't know, Captain. Maybe I still dream of a life outside these walls someday. A new face would be needed, of course, but it wasn't an impossibility. Though now, I'm not so sure. There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. And we all benefited. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your and Hadrian's success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the Cabinet's planning to honor both you and Hadrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard? With only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday.
If you wait for me to say thank you, you're gonna be waiting a while.
I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the Terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the Cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the Cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlays and Orlays alone. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together. And how many have you killed to get where you are now? There are no great works that don't cost lives, Captain. Whether it's winning a war, or digging a tram tunnel. So we sacrificed a few dozen in the attacks to possibly protect millions. That seems like a fair exchange to me. I only hope you'll see the same, and leave my name out of the discussions to come.
Yeah, see, the problem that comes into play is that those few dozen also have families as well. Are you telling me it was okay for them to take the L, take that fall, but you get a chance to live? You must have lost your damn mind, okay? Look, I'm all for above getting to a greater cause, but I'd like to get to that greater cause without really going through my way of killing somebody. Especially if it's killing somebody. Now, if it's a mistake, stuff like dying, that has nothing to do with